Welcome back. In this video we will cover how to create and connect networks. When you start Neurotics you should see the Editor tab. This is where we create our neural structures. If it's not already selected, please select the Neurons view in the top left corner and the Network Builder at the bottom. But first, a quick overview. This box is solely for visualization purposes. Interaction with the network happens in the next tab. The Graph Overview box in the top right section is your go-to place for network organization. Graphs, nodes and populations will appear here in hierarchical order. The bottom left section is for graph editing. This is what we'll focus on today. I might switch between tabs a few times to illustrate a point, but this is our workspace for now. Anyway, let's start by giving this graph a name. To add content to our first graph, you simply press the Add Node button, which will create an empty node. Here I choose only two for simplicity. Let's also give them names. Except for the ID and the name, these nodes have basically the same starting conditions. Nodes usually start at the origin. We will change that for at least one of them now. As you can see, there are center and displacement fields. The center acts as the origin and the displacement is added to every neuron position to avoid rebuilding every time you want to make small changes. So, now that we have changed the origin of one of them, let's fill these nodes with neuron populations. This is the last step before we can create the graph and see our results. We'll leave the other parameters as they are for now. Alright, to add populations you do a similar thing. You select a node and press the Add Population button. This node will have only one population with its own, for now, default parameters, but you can have multiple populations per node, each with a different neuron type or set of parameters. They will simply share the available positions inside the node. Neurotics gives you full access to every neuron model that Nest offers, and every parameter is adjustable. You can even create your own models in Nest and use them here. Anyway, let's create the graph. Here's a feature of Neurotics. What you see is the underlying algorithm distributing neuron types within a node with multiple populations and with a grid size of 4 by 4 by 4. On the left side you see the types of neurons indicated by the color, and on the right side there is a score map that determines which cell to pick next for collapse. This algorithm is similar to the wave function collapse algorithm and creates more interesting local structures while preserving the overall distribution on larger scales. I don't claim that this algorithm provides specific benefits, but it's definitely better than pure randomness. Alright, we have our nodes and populations set up, and right now these are just two boring cubes. They are made up of neurons, but they are still boring. We have to connect them, and this is one of the most important parts. Click on the connectivity tool. On the left side you will see the source population in green and the target population in orange. You then have to choose between spatial and topological connection rules. It's basically asking, do you want your neurons to find connections based on distance, or do you want a more or less simple mapping that ignores their positions? And we want both. Here are the basic topological ones, but keep in mind there is more. These connections can be excitatory or inhibitory, and they don't have to be of one single synapse type. They can form deterministically, or they can have probabilistic connection rules. They can be adaptive, they can be static. It's up to you to design. Here you can see how spatial connection rules work. You can choose a sphere or a cube and you define a size, and every neuron inside these shapes is a potential candidate for a connection. With this in mind, connecting becomes an easy workflow, especially because you can choose multiple targets at the same time. You define the weights, the connection type and the synapse type, and then you add this to the queue. Click on Create in Nest and that's it. If you want to learn more about the available neuron and synapse types and how they relate to research, or if you want to dig deeper into the connection rules, I would refer you to the Nest website, where they have tons of amazing material. They can do the explanations 1,000 times better than I could in short videos. Link is in the description. But I won't let you go without giving you at least some advice. If you are new to this, I would recommend you starting with IAF-PSC alpha as the neuron type. It's also referred as the workhorse. It's pretty adaptable and is widely used in research papers and models. Alright, that's it. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a nice day. See ya.